Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with another video. We are back with the second episode of Minecraft Miraculous, a brand new beginning, Minecraft Miraculous. I'm so glad to be back with the series. And at the time that I'm recording this, it is literally just the next day as I recorded the first episode, because I literally could just not wait, because I really just wanted to get started on building. I was just excited and I could not wait to get started. So yes, and I'm thinking, honestly, my best guess today, I just want to get started and actually make a house. I want to get started on making a house really soon. I just want to, because we have a lot of materials and everything, and I think we should get started really soon. I know we said that we could make the house, but like over up there or something, but we're near this pond already, and we can make a pond somewhere near the house. If we were like over here or something, like over there, I think that'd be really good to make a house near. So my best guess is we can just like make it around here. We'll have to fill in some holes and stuff though, of course. Still, we'll just have to do that, but we can always do different things and stuff. But first things first, we got to do is we need to make a chest. If I remember correctly, it's this, right? Yes. Okay, so we'll make 2 quick chests to make a big one, and we'll put a few things up in there, including this map, and then we can just go to sleep. I know that we're probably not going to get that much done in this episode. We probably aren't going to get that much done, but I want to get as much done as possible. I'm going to put this torch down so we have something that help us. So, which we only have 15 macaroons. We have to get more eggs. We could also find chickens and make a little chicken coop too, which we had chickens from the last episode. I know we did. I just gotta find them. There's animals too, so there's food and stuff that we can grab as well. So there's like food as well that we can grab. So I think what we're gonna do first is try to clear away some of this stuff. But first we need to get some materials. So we're going to clear the inventory of everything we don't need. I think that is just about a good enough space now. I just want to make sure I have enough room, and I'm going to make another pickaxe because I want to get some... Oh wait, we need this cobblestone. I don't know why I took that out of the inventory. But we have wood, right? Yes, good. We have wood. Make a few sticks. There we go. Perfect. Now we can make a pickaxe. Just wanted to make sure to have an extra one. So then, which we're just going to be staying around the main area though. We're not going to be going too far. So we're going to be staying around the main area, but we're also going to stick some food in there to cook a few things. But we're just going to be staying around here though. We're not going to be going that far. There's like sheep, and see, this is a perfect place because there's sheep, there's cows, there's pigs that we can grab as well, animals and stuff. There's animals and everything, so being around here is going to be awesome. So I think once we get to a place, we're going to start chopping down trees. You know what, I'm going to do this. Let's do a lucky charm just to see what we'll get. A block. That's not the best helpful, but so while we have the jumping boost and everything, what we're going to do is we're going to use what we have left, and the amount of time that we actually have left on this, I think, what, 5 minutes? It's about 11 minutes or so. And what I'm thinking is I want to use spruce wood for the house. I want to do a mix of spruce wood and cobblestone. So that's my best guess. Or I'm just going to grab some good wood and just grab some wood and grab a few things and just kind of see what I want to do with the house, really. That's what I'm thinking I'll do, and get that stuff together so we can just start making a house. I know it's only the second episode, but I want to get a house started. I don't want to just not have a house, so I want to get something started and actually build some stuff. So there's a few chickens, so we're gonna have to hurry because we only got 3 minutes left, and I still can't jump too high. Well, we can still use the jump boost, but we can use it to our advantage. So there we go. Now we're on top of the tree, so we're gonna go ahead and chop this tree down. There we go, 10. And then we'll chop this tree down, and then we will see what wood we end up getting after we chop down a few things. So now we're just gonna go. I know that I could have waited, but I just couldn't wait to record another episode after this because I was just really excited about it. So let's go ahead and chop down this tree, get the leaves away. And I think after this last tree, we should be good. And we're just going to go back to the house and see what kind of wood we have after we chop down a few more things. And we saw a few chickens. Just gonna keep chopping down this wood to try to find enough wood. We need to make sure to have enough, which I still don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to find enough wood to make sure that we have enough, and just trying to chop down as many trees as we can. So we have about 23 seconds, so we have to get home now, which we can feed Tiki again, of course, but we're almost home, I think, and we just made it just in time. There we go. Go ahead and feed Tiki, but we will put her back in the Miraculous because I don't want to wear it right now, so we're just gonna wait because I don't want to wear it constantly. All right, so we'll go ahead, but we're gonna keep the Miraculous on me though, in case we have to use it for something, of course. But we need to grab some seeds. We need to we need to get enough stuff so we can we need to have some chickens and stuff. So, and we haven't even started on the house yet though, but it's just, we need to have a good place to get some eggs too though. But we can wait till we start to have a little bit of a house before then. So, what I'm thinking, the house, I really don't exactly know what I'm here. So we're just gonna take all the inventory out, take as much inventory stuff we can out of our inventory, and we can go to sleep here in a minute, but after the stuff starts getting very okay. I still don't really know what we're gonna make yet. We're still trying to think of what we can do. Potatoes. So now wait till we can go to sleep, and then I also want to work on trying to what we can use for because I know we have wood already for the house. I just need to figure out what kind of house we're gonna make. So what we're gonna make is, my best guess is, we're just gonna dig around a little and try to find and figure out some stuff. I'm just gonna get rid of some of this grass. I think that's enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the cow. So I think I found 26 more seeds. That's awesome. Which means we have over a whole pack of seeds now. Which means also we can start a garden too. Well, not yet though, because I want to get a house built first. So we're gonna clear the inventory of anything else but wood right now. Hardly anything else but wood. So now we need to get a bit of a better view so we can look and see what we're working with here. Well, I can clear this off a little bit, and then we can have this whole space to actually make the house. But that also means I need to make a shovel. We'll just make a couple stone ones, and then we can just dig away a few things. So I think that right through here we can just dig this away. That way we can get started on the house as soon as possible. Plus, I still don't know what I'm going to do for the house, so we need to make sure to have as much cleared away as possible. I'm thinking hopefully to do more than one. I'm thinking we can do at least 2 staircases. That's what I'm thinking. I meant like 2-story house. That's what I meant to say. 2-story house is what I'm thinking. We've collected so much dirt already. I've almost had a full pile. This is a lot. See, and this first stone shovel's almost broke already. So we already have 3 piles of dirt, which is a lot. And then we can use this shovel to get rid of this last bit of stuff. There we go. Hopefully, did I clear away enough room? I think we just have a little bit more to get rid of, and then we'll be good. I think these last 2 things will just be, I think that'll be good enough. I think we're almost done. And that took a lot, and that took about a shovel and about 2 shovels to get all that out. So see, we have almost 4 stacks of dirt. So that took quite a bit more than I expected, but that's fine. So now we're gonna go ahead and we could definitely start making the house now. So we just have to make sure to have enough. I don't know if I want to do a little bit of like cobblestone with it as well, like at the end of it. So we need to also gather quite a bit of cobblestone as well, which is over there. That's like enough, which should be enough for us to have. Let's use Tiki, and we can go over there and get hopefully enough cobblestone. We'll grab pickaxes and make sure we have enough pickaxes and everything. Go, and also if we can grab coal as well, that would be actually pretty helpful because we can always use coal as well. I think basically the goal is what we're gonna do. The goal is to at least get 2 things of stone or 2 stacks of cobblestone. So because I'm trying to think of what we should do. I have a bit of a plan in my mind, a little bit of what we're gonna do, I think. But first we gotta gather all the materials. I don't know if we should... I don't know what miraculous we should get, but since we just got one in the first episode, I really think we should wait until the next episode to do it, and we should focus on the house. I just think that that's probably a good idea. We're getting pretty close to 3 stacks of cobblestone, so we're just gonna have to get some more and hurry. Which it's getting pretty dark, but I can see the house. I can literally see my place from my bed from here. So crap, my pickaxe just broke. We'll just use this wooden one because I don't want to use the iron one much. We might use it just to get a few things, to speed things along, but I don't want to use it too much because I'm just trying to... We're just grabbing cobblestone, so I don't want to use the iron pickaxe too much because we don't have too much iron. It is getting nighttime and we are so close. We just need to grab one more stick. Yes, so we have 3 full sets of cobblestone and 7. So now we can go home. I'm glad I put that torch there because it really lights up during nighttime. It makes it easier to see at nighttime. So now it's officially daytime. That means that we can start making a few materials. I was trying to remember that recipe. What was that recipe for those blocks? I thought it was just cobblestone. I don't remember. What was that recipe? What else did we need? You know what? I'm going to test this out and see what this will do because I don't remember what this does. It's not what I was looking for. But now I remember you need stone to do it to make those blocks. That makes sense. So we're going to smelt this entire whole pack. Since we don't have that much coal, we'll just use this lava bucket thing. We'll just do 10 things and we'll get that there and we'll just try to do that so we can make more of those blocks so we can get a full stack thing of those. But that'll take some time, so in the meantime, while that's doing that, we can work on the other stuff. Let's see if we can make a block first. 4 blocks, good. So that'll be for the bottom part. That'll be for the bottom, but then we can use other stuff for... I'm gonna try to fight this thing. Oh no, this is really bad. Oh god, those things are freaky. I'm trying to keep it off its toes here. Oh god, I'm trying to hit it. I can't seem to actually hit it. I'm so gonna get killed trying to do this. This is really bad. Why did I? Lucky charm. Sword! Hitting. Is it just gonna... Is it scared of me now? Wait, is it actually scared of me? No, it's not scared of me. Oh my god. I really don't like Endermen. They're freaky. Oh my god. I'm so gonna die. I don't want to die with the Miraculous in my hand. I have to... Oh god. I need to escape it. Oh my god. No, I don't want to die. I have to stay near the house though, so... That way, if I do die... I'm fine now. Apparently, I'm fine. But I just need to eat some food. I think that Enderman at a certain point, I think it was just annoyed because where I kept trying to avoid it and getting out of its way. So that was awesome. So now we're just going to go ahead and use all of the stone we have and make quite a few blocks. So that's 20. So that's good so far. We also need to start a little garden when we can. We'll do those for the pillars, but then we'll do different wood for inlay. So we'll do spruce because we have a lot of spruce too that we can use. So we'll do that for like the round parts. I'm only using creative so I can actually see what I'm doing because it's hard to... So we're going to start the house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think that's enough pillars. I just have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I actually don't want it to be too big. So we're gonna try to fill this in and actually see how it goes. We're gonna use these simple ones, but no. We're just gonna see how this goes. So we're gonna see how many is gonna actually fill this in. I don't want the house being too big, obviously, so this needs to go back a little, like that. And we'll fill in the pillars and stuff. And then we'll do that and keep filling those in. And the doors are gonna go right there. Well, this is actually a pretty big... So that's actually a pretty big house. I don't want it to be that big. I did not mean for it to actually be this big because I want there to be like upstairs as well. I didn't mean for it to come out this big. It wasn't supposed to be this big. So I'm going to do this to try to cut it down by a few blocks is we're going to move this about here. I think we'll move it about here. And then we'll take down this side. So now I think we have enough. So we're gonna go ahead and go to bed. Apparently though, actually, what I was actually planning to do was something here. I'll give you guys a little bit of an example, and I actually kind of forgot about it. Let me grab it. So what I was thinking was to do was not this. I was gonna do something like this actually. Like that. But well, it's probably a good thing to actually do those as little filler pieces though, because well, it takes a lot to fill those in, and let's just continue to work on this then. We'll do as many things as we can do with the house and do as much wood as we can get in different things. And cobblestone, of course. So 5 more. Let's just fill. So I'm trying to make sure that all the corners have those woods in there, and a few of them also have different pieces too. To give the house a bit more character, basically. That's what I'm thinking, at least anyway. Because I want to do the house a little bit differently. I don't want to just do the whole thing. I want to be able to give the house more character. So that's basically what I'm thinking. Now we got 40. Let's see how much we can get done. I was thinking actually I could decide to do it more than one up. I could do maybe 2 cobblestone up instead of that, but I don't know if I should do that or not actually. We'll see how it goes. But I am excited about this though, because I really want to start making a house and actually get started with it. So I hope 10 is going to be enough. Probably not. It's not going to be enough. But I think we're almost done though. See, we just need 3 more. So well, that was good enough. Well, it was a lot though, I guess. So we'll go ahead and just fill this in. Then we can probably start doing that and start filling these parts in as well, and just start filling those little things in. Just start filling stuff in. So now we're gonna fill these in. Pull that in, there we go. Which obviously building this house is going to take quite a while to do actually though. It is going to take a while until we're actually done with the house. We're not going to be done with it by today. I know we're not. I would also like to get started on the floor as well if we could. But I need to figure out what we're going to do for the floor. Well, we could do birch wood for the floor. I think we should do well, what should we do for the floor? We're going to do stone steps, but I think we should do birch wood for the floor. Honestly, I think we should do that. So let's get the shovel out and start digging the floor. And start digging places for the floor so we can get this filled in. My shovel broke a minute ago, and I was digging a little bit of it out without the shovel, but we need to get a shovel because that takes too long without one. So let's grab a shovel. Let's go ahead and make a little shovel here. Shovel. Made 2 quick stone shovels so we can just get the whole floor done. I may have made the house a little bit too big than when I compared to doing it when I was actually thinking about it. I didn't mean to make it this big, but it does give us room for stuff. So we can make a little chest room, but I think we should actually make the chest room underground is what I'm thinking. So our bed can be up here. We can make a little bedroom thing upstairs, and we can also do a little water entrance somewhere. Because if you guys don't remember, I actually made a little bit of a water elevator in the last thing is what I did. I made a little water elevator, which is what I'm hoping that we can do here. That took a lot, and we are still not actually completely done with getting all of it, but I think we're going to be done for now because we need to go to sleep before mom starts spawning. So now I think we're going to go ahead and start filling in some of this stuff. We don't have any more birch. Oh, here we go. I can make more birch wood, which this is not all of the birch wood that I actually have. I am glad that I started getting a lot of, I'm glad that I gathered a lot of wood and stuff before I started making the house. That way I have enough material, which I know that I could have started working on. Apparently I need more birch wood. So let me go ahead and tiki spots on. Oh wait, forgot to feed you. So we need to go ahead and grab some more food actually. Well, the house actually is a little bit more bigger than I actually originally planned it to be, but that's okay. we can always section something off if we need to, or do something else with it. So, and by that I can do a little bit, maybe make a little pin or something, but it's fine. It is better to actually have more room, so I think that's a decent size anyway, right? So I think that'll be fine. So we need to at least get, well, not a whole stack of birch wood, but oops, close to it at least, or so. That way it can help us be able to make enough to get enough wood. And yes, my axe just broke, unfortunately. Which I have this one that I can use, but it's almost broken too. Hopefully I can get this whole tree down before it breaks. Yep, just about. Okay, so we need to, you know what? I need to craft another pickaxe real fast, and then we'll be back over here. So I actually decided to craft 2 pickaxes. That way we could not run out. Plus, I need to grab some more other wood anyways. So not a bad idea. So we also got some more oak logs as well. We also got some more of those. Birch wood. We need to grab some more birch wood. Which I know I'll probably need to plant a few more trees, but honestly, I'm just gonna grab the wood. I think 40 is enough. I think we can go back home now. Let's do Lucky Charm and see what we'll get. I don't really get it. How come we didn't get anything? Should have got something. Here, let me feed you and do tea spots on and do Lucky Charm and see what we'll get. A block. Then we'll go ahead and put you in the Miraculous again, so we can just go ahead and we need to go back to the house now, and we can start building again. And I'm really excited because we can also start making a little thing as well. We can just start it like here. We'll do this, but we'll start digging a little hole, so that way, because, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other way I could actually decide to use. Let's go ahead and hurry up and dig this floor out. Of course, there's water under the house. Great. Well, I need to take a few things out of my inventory so we can have more room. And then we can go ahead and fill it in the floor. That way we can continue filling in the floor. I can go ahead and grab this other stack of wood. There we go. I am glad that I grabbed, well, because this took almost more than 2 whole stacks of wood. So I'm glad that I decided to actually do that. I didn't know there was a freaking river under my... You know what? Get out of here. I'm going to have to do tea. Oh my god, that's annoying. Finally, I found you, Tiki. I was using creative, but I had to dig through this whole... I had to dig this whole thing out just to try to find her. I hate when that happens. When Kwamis get stuck. Oh no, that's going to land too far. But let's get me out of here. There we go. I hate that... I really don't like that there's a... there's a water funnel thing under my house. I need to try to figure out, I wonder if I can try to find like a sponge or something. I need to clean that water up, because that water does not need to be there. Literally a falling hazard. I think it's just that one spot though, because there's not very many other spots. I was worried about that. I figured that there would be a few water spots that'd be under the house. Let's do Lucky Charm and see if we'll get something useful. Can I not do... Oops, wrong button. Sorry, Tiki. Well, you know what? We don't have very many macaroons left. We're at like 10th one, so I think we're going to save the Miraculous for an emergency because we need more eggs. Because we do need more eggs. Can't believe we almost have this whole place flooring in. So apparently this whole place is more than 2 whole stacks of wood. So we need to plant a tree though. We can plant it somewhere right there or something. So we need to go now. We need to hurry up and go and try to actually find somewhere else where we can be here. So we need to find some more wood, but we need to also find chickens. That's another thing that we really need to do. And there are chickens around here. We just need to grab them and put them in a pen. You know what? I think we should do that. So let's go ahead and put a few things up here because we have a lot of dirt now. We have about 8, almost 10, I think 8, almost 9 full stacks. So we need to go ahead and go over here. What's the most wood we have right now? So I think it's birch. So we can go ahead and make, I think we're going to, fences. We need fences. So let's see. We have sticks and wood. What else do we need for the little fence things? Literally just sticks and wood. So a few things. Now I just need to put the 2. Now I have 30 things of that. So that means we can actually make a chicken coop or a coop for animals and stuff in the front now. We'll make it right here on this side. And it'll be like this long. Okay. I think it should be long enough. This should be plenty big enough. We need to fill this hole in, but because it doesn't need to be in front of the coop like that. So we need to go ahead and grab a few more things. So we need to got a few more sticks made. Now we just need to do fencing again. Yeah, because we need 2 gates, and I think that's almost enough fencing. Oh, right. I forgot about we need dirt to fill the gaps in. So I almost forgot about that. Or to fill this little pond in, which having this little pond water thing is helpful. But at the same time, there's another pond over there that I could use. So seriously? Perfect. Plus, this just needs to be filled in. So we'll just go ahead and fill this in real quickly. There, finally, the whole thing's actually filled in. So I think that's enough to where our coop is just big enough. We are going to add this little thing in so we can actually fence them in like that. Perfect. And that should be good enough to where I can put the coop, where I can put chickens and a cow and whatever else I need to put in here. And whatever else I want to put in here. That should be big enough. So that should be plenty big enough to whatever else I want to actually put in there. Alrighty. So next, I'll go ahead and put that up in here real quick. I want to get a little thing started on the mine. So I was trying to think, do you guys think that I should actually make it away from the house, or do you think I should make like a secret entrance in the house? It might make it easier just to do it inside the house, so that way, I think that'll make it easier. So we need to go ahead and just start digging on a little hole in the corner. Are you for real? Oops. Well, I just dropped a whole stack of dirt down there, but it's okay. We have plenty. It's fine. So I need to get more wood, but I'm gonna wait for it to be daytime, and then we can go out hunting for wood again. Decided to just dig more dirt through here and just dig a little bit more. I was doing it with my hand. I forgot I had a shovel. But we need to go ahead and put another little torch needs to go up there. Make sure to have like 1 or 2 torches. That way nothing can spawn in the house or around it or anything. So now we can go off looking for a little bit more wood. There's some up here that we can grab. Stupid skeleton. I think I got away from it quick enough, so because I don't think I actually ran into it. I got away from it quick enough, so that's fine. Which I keep finding animals also. I've just ran around and I found at least probably 2 or 3 cows, a few chickens, and a few sheep. So, yep, that's really good. Plus, being around here, there's enough animals and everything. I think being here was perfect. So, just picking this spot was definitely a good thing for you have enough resources and everything. So there's plenty enough of resources and everything. So I know we've been looking, we're gonna look for birch wood, and I already got some, but I was just doing that so that way we could keep trying to jump high enough. There we go. I really like using the which I think a lot of the Miraculouses have like jump boosts and stuff and super agility. I really like having this on. It's awesome. See, there's chickens. Ooh, and an egg. We probably need to bring these chickens home with us, actually. I think this might be the same ones from the last episode. Dang it, I don't have seeds. I gotta find the house now, because I lost track. Where am I? Oh, no, I'm not lost. It's just a corner. But I want to grab the chickens, though, before they wander off. So, I did have seeds with me. Well, it's okay. I think over this direction. I gotta collect all of these chickens. You too, which once we have a few, I don't really have to be looking for them anymore because I can just breed them. Chicken, come on, chickens. So now I just need you guys to keep following me. So I think we need to go, hopefully in this direction. We just lost a chicken. Now we got 4 chickens. I think 4 is plenty. We can just breed them. I think just a few more feet and we're actually going to make it to the house. Yeah, we're close. We are. We're going in the right direction. I didn't mean to bring them down here. I'm kind of glad we're doing this in the second episode because grabbing chickens and stuff is really hard. And I just want to go ahead and get it done. Did not mean for them to follow me into this river. I was going to say, where's the 4th chicken? We are so close. And once we get more wood, we can always expand the pen or adjust things. Oh, thank God. Finally, we actually got the chickens in here. So we're going to breed. The reason I wanted to get at least 4 chickens was because that means we can actually, and then we can just keep breeding the chickens. So we can also bring in a cow for milk. So we can go grab a cow too real quick. We can go ahead and do that real fast. Because we have wheat, we can grab one. We can grab a cow as well. Yeah, I just don't want the chickens to escape. Good. I have a cow and a few chickens. Good. At least that's a good start. So now I can go ahead and get some stuff for... We should be pretty close to being able to actually get this whole thing done, and we can just finish clearing in the floor. We're almost done. Now we just have to, and I think we're almost done clearing the floor. Yes, we're done. Last one. There. Now we have all the floor pieces in. That is awesome. And we also got some, and we got some chicken. We got chickens. We have a cow. Now we need to get started on the mining area. What I'm basically thinking is what we're going to do is similar to what we did in that last thing, is we're just going to dig a hole, basically, about quite a few blocks deep. We're going to sleep when we can here in a minute, but basically we're just going to make one that's quite a few blocks deep, and then after that we can just start digging through it and make a little elevator thing for it. We did last Minecraft things in the last Minecraft Miraculous series, so and then we can just start digging. Well, actually, maybe I have something else, maybe something a little different in mind, actually. So let's go ahead and fill this up. I actually have something different in mind. So we need to go ahead and do this, and we're going to just fill that in a little bit more. So this is what we're going to do. It's going to be a little bit different, and this is going to be like little mining parts. And we're going to have like a little opening with this. So we need to dig a little hole or thing where we can do a door anyway. Let's go ahead and look for doors. What door can we make? Well, we can make a birch, but we can also do these ones. I think those look pretty good too. And we can also do, so for the front door, we'll do these ones since you can't see through them as easy. We'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and make a few more of those little things. We only have 8, but we can just make do with what we have, I guess. So we really don't have too much more. We just need to make a few more of those, and then we can actually round that in and get that done, and we can start. Since we can just do that, but we're gonna also start. We need to get the rest of some more materials and stuff to try to actually do more with the house. But this is what we're gonna do first. So we're gonna have to take some of this flooring out, actually, which we just put it down. But I'm trying to think of. We're just trying to figure out a way to make it right. So we're going to go ahead and feed you, but we're going to put you back up because we don't need you right now. So, but then, I don't know. So let's figure this out. So from here, it'll just be 3 blocks. And this will be a little mining space thing or whatever. So we're just going to dig a little bit. And basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to keep digging our way down. And once we get quite a few blocks deep, then we can start mining, but we're gonna wait to get at least 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only lab blocks deep, so we gotta wait a while before we can start getting more up there. So we got a little bit while longer to wait. Then we'll put the door right there. There we go. But we'll start digging through. We'll start getting done about what we can get done here. So we'll go ahead and put a few things up like this. Then we'll make a few more of these. There, we have 16 now, which should be good enough to actually fill that in. There we go. Then we'll put this stuff up. So then next, we definitely need to get this started and dig more. But I think this is probably going to be just about what we get done in today's episode. We got a pretty good bit done. We can always start and work on more later, but I think that'll be it for today's second episode. So I think that'll be it. We managed to get a good bit done. We got a little mining thing started. We got the house started, and we can work on it in the next episode. So, yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.